Hi everyone, Dr. Veera here. Yep, we are back in the mountains and it's snowing, so I thought I'd make it fun with this hat. Okay, so let's get right to it. In the first Instagram, I got some feedback on how I described the connection of brain, body, voice. People wanted more information on how the voice is exactly connected to the brain body. Okay, so to understand the voice connection, we have to also understand that it is a gateway between those three systems I talked about before. One is that sympathetic fight or flight system, parasympathetic vagus nerve, and then the last one is oxygen response system. So think of it as respiratory. Okay, so how big are the vocal folds or the vocal cords, as many of you may know or refer to them? So they're in the vocal tract area. So I'm just pointing to the neck. Okay, so in this area, we know that's where the voice resonates from. You can even feel it buzzing there. And then the size of it is the size of your fingernail. So think of it as something very small. So that small mechanism, the size of your fingernail, becomes a gateway to those three systems. And it can regulate all those systems all at the same time. Okay, so the first one is a system, the fight or flight, and there's a direct pathway to your, think of it like the mainframe, the brain, the mainframe of all your systems. So there's that one. Then there's the vagus nerve, two nerve branches off that vagus nerve, insert right into the vocal mechanism. So that's helpful because then again, it's so precise. So we can get to that precision performance. And what's precision performance? Elite performance. Okay, so now I've got two systems that have a gateway through the vocal mechanism. And then the third one is just how we regulate air. Air goes through your vocal cords. So it opens when we breathe in, and when we phonate, they vibrate. But if we just exhale, it also regulates how much inhale, exhale, and the force by which we do that through that gateway. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Give me more questions about that, but that's the simplest way I can say how all three systems basically plug in to this gateway of a vocal mechanism that's so tiny, but it regulates the entire body. So we're talking big muscles, gross motor, big muscles, and fine motor. Okay, so everything from piano or fine motor in surgeons, precision, so fingertip stuff too, or basketball, baseball. We all have to go to that fine motor control. Okay, so the vocal mechanism is a fine motor control. Okay, so now number two. Oh, here's a good one. So I was trying to help explain how we can have that level of precision decision making under pressure while doing a skill. So guess what I refer to when we drive, or when you are talking to a young adult that's just starting to learn how to drive, we don't say, okay, we can address all the ways that there may be distracted driving. But the one thing that I've never heard of, and now we can explain why, singing while you drive is not distracted driving. Now, with all the caveats of playing with your system, choosing the song on the dashboard or on your phone, no, we don't support that. But I'm just saying the activating voicing while you drive, and if the voicing is good, we have to make sure it's a good, healthy voicing, like as you sing, it actually will help activate a brain-body voice technique. So the BBV activation can activate while you're singing. So there's a good example of something we've been doing for generations, and that helps us while we're doing long road trips for sure. If you have some other ideas of where you sing that help you, then please share them with me. And then finally, I want to talk about the 5 steps of the vocal process is volition. So the idea of what you're the thought before you do it. So, hey, I'm gonna we don't really consciously think this. It's a thought that happens before we activate all the mechanisms to deliver. So I'm going to see someone, I'm going to say, hey, hi, you know, that's brain to body messages. Then the second one is respiration. So we do want to breathe. And then the third one is phonation. We activate the vocal mechanism to come together, like strings would come together to vibrate. And then it's resonation to amplify how we'll basically like what stereo system pieces we're going to use. So in opera, I use much more resonation. And then the last one is articulation. So that's what I want to end with today, is giving you an articulation challenge. Now, mostly when I was in the performing arts, or still am, but in more the acting classes, we did warm-ups like tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. But I want to give you a challenge that you can add on to the first challenges I gave you, from activating your BBV, drawing in your transversus. Keep drawing in that transversus and try just saying bo ba 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 boo, do da 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 do. Try those two letters and make sure that the b pops, bo ba 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 boo, and the d, you're not going do da 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 do, but do da 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 do, and really feel it at that transversus level. Okay, and then next time I'll try and add maybe some singing warm-ups for some of the singers that are online with us today. Okay, so make sure, if this is the first video that you saw, go back to the beginning of the series. We have IG Lives with Matt Hank, and then I'm continuing on the YouTube channel as well. Okay, so progressively go through those sequences, and we'll continue to keep adding everything. And links will be in the description below. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.